guys, I noticed that a lot of my homeschooling videos are getting a lot of traffic, and so while we are actually preparing to take our big break here in the fall, we don't take a summer break. I am working like a busy bee to get ready for our new year that starts in January. So stay tuned and you'll see what I've been working on.
My God is a quiet God, He hardly ever says a thing. But if I listen close, I sometimes hear Him whispering.
Okay guys, like I said earlier, we are getting ready to take our big break. We don't take a summer break. Our family has a really hard time handling the summer Texas weather, the heat, and so we do school through summer since we're inside anyway, and then we go ahead and take off the second half of September, and then October, November, and December. And this lets us get out when the temps are a lot cooler, when it's off season for a lot of places, so it's not quite so busy. And we also get to take off for fun things like going camping and hunting, and we also don't have to worry about school during Thanksgiving and Christmas. We're just completely done. I try to have everything prepared, so when January rolls around, all we have to do is walk into our schoolroom and it's ready to go. But that means a lot of prep work the second half of September and sometimes the beginning of October, so that I can have those things in place. And I have been working on a lot, and I thought I would share it with you. So one of the things I have worked on quite a bit are our calendar time binders that I have for my son and my oldest daughter, who will be a third grader and a kindergartner. I went ahead and I made their front page using PicMonkey, but the rest of the pages are from our Aussie Homeschool, which I will be happy to link below in the description box. And so the first page is a write your name, and it just simply has an area where you can write your name each month, so we can see how it progresses throughout the year. We also have a 100 days of school chart, so we can keep track of our first 100 days of school and then have a party when we hit 100. And then for each month throughout the year, we have the calendar that they can fill in the date when we're doing school. We also have a what is today, where they can practice writing the day of the week, the date, the month, and the date for that day. And I like how she also included the days of the week and the months of the year so that they can practice their spelling on that. And then another thing that they have for each month is a way to chart the weather. So again, being in Texas, that should be a lot of fun because it can be 5 different kinds of weather in one day. And we have pages like that for every month of the year. And then at the very back of their binders, what we'll do at the end of the year next year is we have the weather for the year, so we can look at what the weather was for the entire year. And then I also put number words back here, which is also from our Aussie Homeschool, just so that when they're writing out the date, they have a little page to look at, since they are still getting the hang of that, especially my kindergartner. So that's one thing that I've worked on quite a bit. Another is, I know I have shown off in a previous video the curriculum planner that I pieced together and had bound at our Staples around the corner, and I have been getting some more work done in that. It's not 100% complete because, like most homeschool families, there are things that I went back and rethought as far as curriculum. So I'm waiting for the last few things to make their way in, and then I can go ahead and fill in all of our lessons. But I do have our homeschool mission statement, our goals, our steps to reach our goals, and at the end of this journey, filled in for our family. Like for goals, I wrote to encourage a love of learning while fostering family relationships, to raise our children to grow up to desire to follow the Lord and His commands. So not anything that's very lengthy, but just a general goal why we'll be homeschooling. And then of course I went ahead and filled out this next page with the mission statement, our statement of faith, and scriptures and favorite quotes. So like for mission statement, I said, we will love the Lord our God with all our hearts, with all our soul, and with all our might. We will keep his commands in our hearts, teaching them thoroughly to our children. The Lord is creator and giver of all things. We will raise our children to share this truth with others. So we have that in there as well. I've plotted out our school days. As you can see, I've highlighted what days will be in school, and we do 6 weeks on, 1 week off. So we got that done. And then other pages, I've just tried to go in and work on as I can. This is a good one. I've put in days where we have things planned school-wise, and they're boxed in green. And then I have some more silly holidays written in and highlighted in yellow, like Bubble Bath Day and Popcorn Day and Puzzle Day. So we can try to work those in if we're able to, and have some fun with that throughout our school year next year. I went back and made this page a little bit more colorful. I like pops of color. So I went ahead and did that for the academic and character goal pages for my 2 big kids. And then I just went in and I've started filling in the books for our library, and we use 2 different libraries, so I'm going to have to kind of go through, and I've highlighted in different areas the different types of books that we would need. And then I've also gone through and started writing out what we won't use out of the letter of the week curriculum, and writing in what we will use, because she has a lot of things that she kind of adds in that they have at their home that we don't in ours, and I'm not interested in purchasing. But we have several other alternative activities that would work well. I've gone ahead and started filling in down the side here the subjects that my kindergartner will be doing. So additional activities, lap booking, ABC Mouse, phonics, math, writing, Bible, and calendar time. And then for each day of the week, it's blocked in a different color, so just makes it a little bit nicer to look at and easier to kind of keep track as we go down each day of the week. And then I've done the same with my sons as well, blocked out each day of the week in a different color, and starting to white out things that we won't be doing, and then I'll be filling in these blank squares as needed with the rest of our curriculum. So that's a very ongoing, long, involved process, but I think when it's done, just having something nice and pretty and bright to look at like that, and having everything laid out, will be a huge help. And what I'm using while I'm working on that is I have 3 different kinds of washi tape that I got at Staples, my handy dandy whiteout, and then something that I have truly fallen in love with. I got these off of Amazon, and I will link them below, are these friction highlighters, and they're erasable. So I've been doing a lot in erasable highlighter and erasable pens in my curriculum planning, so that as things change, or if I make a mistake, it's very easy to go back and correct it. So I've been doing that as well. Another thing I did is I have completely revamped what my son will be doing for language arts compared to what is suggested through my father's world. It just didn't work for us. There wasn't anything inherently wrong with it, it just didn't work for us. And one thing I would really enjoy him working on and getting more confidence in is some creative writing. And so I went to Teachers Pay Teachers, and I will link the product below, but I went and got a bunch of writing prompts, and I actually got like a value pack, so we have them for all seasons and holidays. This one is just happens to be Christmas. I got these off of Amazon. As you can see, there's plenty of room to spare. I could have definitely gone with a smaller container. But this is so that when he does his creative writing, he can reach in and draw a random prompt and then write about it that day in his writing notebook that he'll have. Like this says, make a list of Christmas adjectives. There's some that are, you know, they're all different kinds of prompts. Write a Christmas how-to explaining how to make cookies, wrap a present, or decorate a Christmas tree. There is some fun ones like, you know, you're an elf, and what are you going to be doing? And so there's a lot of different things. I like this one. Write a nonfiction story about Christmas. Well, that's easy. You can write about the first Christmas and how Jesus came. So we have a lot of these that I have had laminated and have been cutting out and putting in their individual boxes with the labels on them. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of different ones. And we already have, I think, about 3 or 4 boxes already done. So like I said, we have some for every holiday and every season. So we can switch them out regularly, and it should keep him from getting bored of the routine. So we have that we have done as well. Okay, I told you I've been a really busy beaver. Another thing that I did was I made some little schedule books, and I did these on a big time budget. So I made these using just cut up file folders. And so their name is on the front. I only did them for the big kids. And then inside each day, for each day of the week, they have a different page. And they have a grid that is 4x4 with some Velcro dots on it. And what this is for is so that at some point in time over the weekend or on Friday afternoons, I can sit down with each book for my 3rd grader and my kindergartner, and I can plan out what they need to be doing so that I can make sure I have one child working on independent work so that it will give me time to do some one-on-one work if it's phonics or math or something like that, where I need to be more involved with one of the other kids. And then that way I'm not trying to juggle and I'm not scatterbrained about it. I can have this child on the computer while I'm working with this child, or this child can be working on a lap book while I'm working with this child. And along with the schedule books, I bought this off of Amazon. It's a 2-sided thread organizer for like cross stitching and embroidery. And this is another Teachers Pay Teachers goodie that I will be happy to link below. And it has a ton of these little cards that I had laminated at our local teacher store. They only charge 50 cents a foot, so I took them up on that. And there's just tons of different little cards, like field trip. There was math that I just showed you. There's, you know, here's one for geography. So for a lot of different things, as well as things you might not think of, like going out in the garden, which we do have a garden that we like for them to work on. You know, lap booking, there's yard work, chores, getting dressed. There's just all kinds of different cards. There's break cards. There, Bible, which is a big one for us. Chores. So we have just lots of different things that I can sit down and put in their grid. And then it'll make each school day just go a little bit more fluidly and not have a lot of starts and stops and confusion. And of course this took a lot of Velcro dots. So the kind that I have been using, again, Amazon, Homeschool Parents' Best Friend. I got these Velcro brand sticky dots, and there's 200 sets to a box, and I've gone through, I think, about 3 or 4 boxes of these so far, but these are great and they're not that expensive. And the adhesive on them holds up very, very well. So if you end up needing Velcro dots for a project and you don't mind the beige color, definitely suggest these. And with everything going on and all the laminating I've been doing, if it's big projects like the task cards, I go ahead and take them to our local teacher store. But I did go ahead and buy myself a laminator for smaller projects and things that might pop up every now and then. throughout our school year. Because we do have 4 children so far, I know that whatever we use, there is a very strong possibility that it will be reused. Like things that my son did many years ago that I had laminated when he did it is now going to our 3rd child, and they're still in great condition because they were laminated. So it's worth a little bit of extra time and effort to make it last longer. So a $5 curriculum is now making its way to our 3rd kid. So this is, once again, Amazon, and I will link it below. This is my new Laminator. Isn't she pretty? We love her. I need to give her a proper name. And we have used her, and she works quite well laminating regular printer paper as well as cardstock, which is huge with us because we do a lot of things with cardstock. So that's what I've been working on, and I still have a whole lot more to do. We have been working on leveling and organizing our homeschool library, as well as I noticed recently that a lot of our lap books have gone, or not lap books, file folder games have gone missing, so I'm going to be working on getting that restocked as well. Especially having a preschooler and a kindergartner, when there's moments where I might need to be working with Big Brother, they can pull those out and work with those, and it'll help keep them busy and learning, and I'm not spending just tons and tons of money on things to keep them occupied. So those are always nice. I'm a huge fan of file folder games, so that's what I've been working on. I'm going to link everything below, so if there's anything you're interested in or saw that you like, you can check it out for yourself. And how about you? What are you working on for your homeschool students for the year that you either just got started or plan on starting soon? Let me know and comment below. I hope y'all are having a great day. Bye. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you don't mind, you can show that like button some love, and if you aren't already, you can go ahead and click subscribe so that you never miss any Mama Needs Chocolate goodness. I come to you with videos as often as I can about all things Mama Needs Chocolate. So that's going to be homeschooling and life and cooking and everything else. You can also see the links where you can catch up with me on Facebook, my blog, as well as Instagram. So I hope to see y'all around. Bye.